The Tale of Aunty Bisi, a Nigerian stepmother's story. In a quiet town nestled on the outskirts of Ibadan, there lived a woman named Aunty Bisi. She was the quintessential Nigerian stepmother, a figure often painted in shades of both love and controversy. Her story, however, was anything but typical. Bisi married Tunda, a widower with 2 children, 10-year-old Sada and her younger brother Femi, aged 6. The children were skeptical of her from the moment she entered their lives. In their minds, fueled by tales from Nollywood movies and whispers in the neighborhood, stepmothers were villains, cruel, cunning, and heartless. But Bisi was determined to rewrite that narrative. The arrival. When Bisi first moved into their modest home, she noticed the wary eyes of Said and Femi. They rarely spoke to her, answered only in monosyllables, and often clung to their father when she was around. Time will soften their hearts, Tunde assured her. But Bisi knew she had to earn their trust. She decided to start with small gestures, cooking their favorite meals, braiding Sade's hair, and helping Femi with his homework. The conflict. Despite her efforts, cracks began to show. Said, influenced by her maternal aunt, began to act out. She accused Bisi of trying to replace their late mother. Femi, who was younger and more impressionable, followed his sister's lead. One day, Sade stormed into the living room where Bisi was knitting. "Why are you pretending to care? We know stepmothers only love their own children," she blurted out. Bisi was taken aback, but maintained her calm. "Said, I will never replace your mother. No one can. But I am here to love and care for you in my way, if you'll let me." The girl huffed and stomped away, but Bessie saw the flicker of doubt in her eyes. The turning point. Months passed and the family faced a crisis. Femi fell gravely ill, and Bessie stayed by his side, refusing to leave even for a moment. She nursed him back to health, often singing Yoruba lullabies in the dead of night to soothe him. When Femi recovered, his perspective of Bisi changed. "Aunty Bisi is not so bad," he whispered to Sade one evening. "She stayed with me when I was sick. I think she cares." Said, though reluctant, began to observe Bisi's actions more closely. She noticed how Bisi always ensured they had enough to eat before serving herself, how she saved her little earnings to buy Sade new school shoes, and how she defended them fiercely when a neighbor tried to bully Femi. The bond won. Saturday morning, Sade approached Bisi in the kitchen. "Can you teach me how to make jollof rice like you?" she asked shyly. Bisi's face lit up. "Of course, my dear," she replied, pulling out the ingredients. From that day, their relationship began to heal. Said and Femi started calling her Mama Bisi, a term of endearment that made her heart swell with pride. She became their confidant, their protector, and their friend. The lesson years later, at Said's wedding, she held Bisi's hand tightly. "Thank you for never giving up on us," she said, tears streaming down her face. "You taught me what it truly means to love." Bisi smiled, her own eyes glistening. "You taught me too," she replied. The story of Aunty Bisi is a reminder that stepmothers are not defined by the stereotypes that precede them. They, too, are human, capable of love, patience, and growth. In the end, family is not just about blood, but about the bonds we nurture and the love we choose to give.